All right. Today let's talk about multi-level marketing or network marketing. Just a lot of people have a different idea about what it is. And I had a guy email me the other day and he said, sounds like a pyramid to me. Well, he, of course, isn't a lawyer and doesn't understand what the legal description of pyramid even is. And he probably just heard somebody say the word one time and thought he knew what it meant. And he's hoping to get his IQ up to 75, and but he probably never will because he doesn't understand what words mean. So, I'll tell you what a pyramid scheme is. And I know what one is because I was in one once, a guy one time, he was selling these cards, and you buy a card and there's so many spots on the card, and you get other people to join and they go on the card. When the card is full, you get the payout, and that's a pyramid. There was no product, and the whole thing was, if you get this much money in, then this much is yours. And of course the pyramid runners, they keep the bulk of it, kind of like the casinos in Las Vegas. They have signs all over town that say, we pay back 90% or more, and so they don't need to keep it all. They can give most of it back. But so anyway, multi-level marketing today is so tightly regulated that any business any company that's been in business for even a few months, and for sure a year, well, you can bet with 100% certainty that they are not a pyramid. The government would shut them down so quick, and even multi-level marketing back in 1980, I was in Forever Living Products, and in that company at that time, you could do what they called front loading, and that means that you could buy product and buy your position. And so if you wanted to get the highest level of payout, you could just buy that much product up front and put it in your garage, and then over time get rid of it, hopefully. And today that practice is illegal. So it's a lot different, and the companies today, they're not a scam. They're not trying to, they don't promise anybody anything, and if you get in a multi-level marketing program, you have to understand it is the simplest and the most freest of free enterprise on the face of the earth. And now, in other words, in order to get started in a typical business, now, for instance, I sell solar panels and wind generators and charge controllers and things, and to help people off grid to have electricity. So, I have to have quite an inventory. And a minimum order on solar panels is like $5,000. So, that's just, that buys a pallet of solar panels, and then, somebody comes and says, I want 1, or I want 3, or I want 5, or whatever. But first, I got to buy $5,000 worth. Well, then they need a charge controller so their batteries don't get overcharged, and then they need the actual batteries, and then, of course, they, need the wiring and the connectors and all that, and then they need an inverter to convert it to AC, and so I have to have all those things in stock. So my inventory, I don't know, in here right now, it's probably 50 grand. So, that's just laying around here. It isn't money. I mean, I can't eat it either, So that's what it takes to get into business, a typical business. And so in network marketing, all of those requirements are gone. Now, for instance, on CBD oil, if you wanted to go into the CBD oil business, you might have to, buy a farm and plant a bunch of hemp plants and wait for them to mature, and then you'd have to hire some workers to harvest, and you'd have to have a pharmaceutical grade processing plant in order to process it, because the government, you can bet your ass, is damn well pretty strict on that stuff too. And so anything that is ingestible, the government's on it. So, I mean, the requirements are high and strict. And so, but then you'd still need an office, and you'd have to have employees, and you'd have to have a warehouse, and now you're into the multiple millions of dollars to start the CBD oil business. Well, when you join a network marketing company that's in the CBD business, they do all that. So you don't have to do any of it. In fact, you don't have to ever have even 1 penny's worth of inventory ever. Because if you buy a product, it's because you want it for your personal use, period. Now, that's not to say you can't buy extra product. I mean, the law says you can't be forced to buy extra product, but of course it doesn't say you can't, and so a lot of people do, because, if somebody comes over and, says, hey, have you got any of that CBD oil? Well, yeah, I just happen to have a bottle right here. So, you can buy extra, but you're not required to. So, and when, if you sign up an affiliate and they want to, do the business, well, they don't need to buy product except for theirself either. So if anybody wants to buy product, they buy it direct from the company. So you don't do any shipping and receiving, you don't do any warehousing, you don't have any inventory on hand, not even a penny's worth ever. So, that's all gone. So, that's one of the greatest advantages of multi-level marketing. So now, of course, advertising. Every business needs to be advertised. Well, if you start a business, typically, you put signs out front, print up some business cards, maybe run some spots on radio or TV or something like that. You got to let people know you're there. If you just open up a shop and expect people to come in, they probably won't. They don't know what's in there, so why would they? So you have to advertise. Now with network marketing, if you can, open your mouth and spit some words out, there's your advertising right there, and it's like, you go to your local supermarket and you see your friend in there, and then you say, wow, I just saw this movie, man, you got to see it. I mean, it's great. Well, that's advertising right there. You advertised for that movie, and she'll probably go buy that movie or rent it. But you don't get a commission on that because the movie company doesn't care. But in multi-level marketing, you do get a commission on that. And so when you tell people stuff, if they're interested, then they can go to the company and they can buy, but they buy directly from the company. They don't buy anything from you. And then, you're building, your business can grow just by word of mouth, and you haven't invested even a single penny. Now, it does cost $20 to become an affiliate, and of course, you get a lot for that $20. You get a lot of different websites and landing pages that you can send people to. Now, the difference between a landing page and just a regular website is a regular website has a lot of information on it, and you can send people there, and they'll browse it, and then they'll think they know everything, and then they'll never come back. Maybe they will, but with a landing page, if they want to see what's on the page, on the site, they have to type in their name and email address, and phone number is optional, but half people do, and half people don't. So, that's a landing page, and the advantage of having a landing page is you can send people to it, and then you know who came. If you just send people to a website, you don't know who came and visited, and you don't know if they did or if they didn't. But with a landing page, you do. But then also, the company sends out regular emails to these people, and So in a lot of cases, they'll close them prospects for you. So it's like a sales funnel. So you just come up with leads, or you direct people to that landing page, and then the company will sell a certain percentage of them. Certain percentage of them will just do it anyway because they know what it is, and they want to do it. Some people have to understand what it is first, and be told and that. So that sometimes people even are slow to make a decision. Sometimes it takes people 3 or 4 months to make a decision. So, and that's all okay. That really doesn't matter, But anyhow, the thing about multi-level marketing is that all that stuff that costs a lot of money to produce those $1 million websites and all that stuff, and have those staff of people send out emails for you and all that, that doesn't cost you anything. I mean, in your $20 kit that you get, they send you a kit in the mail, and you get I can't remember what's all in it, but you get a lot of stuff. You get some books and pamphlets and a thumb drive, and I think a DVD, and I can't remember all, but anyhow, it's well worth $20. The websites are worth $20 if they didn't send you anything. But anyhow, so you're in business, and so it didn't cost you very much, but the earning potential is very, very high. Very, very high. And so it isn't easy, because if it was, then everybody'd do it. Of course, if everybody did do it, then it would be easy, but the thing about it is people don't understand how it works. They think they do, but they don't. And so a lot of people, they think that, like the guy that emailed me and thought it was a pyramid scheme, and he probably doesn't even know what the legal definition of pyramid scheme even is. He just, heard a word one day, and, like any 5-year-old, started saying it his own self, So the thing about it is today's multi-level marketing companies are not pyramids, and they're not illegal, and they're not scamming anybody, and so I chose my daily choice because of the CBD oil. Of course, now they got coffee and creamers, keto creamers, and hemp-infused coffee, and so coffee's a pretty easy item to sell. I mean, everybody already buys it. Really, all you have to do is change the place where they buy it, because you don't have to explain them what it is or what it does or anything. So with network marketing, you tell your friends or your family or your neighbors, and it don't have to be people but a lot of times you get excited about something, you tell them, and they might get excited too. Sometimes they do. So you at least ought to run it by them. If they're not interested, who cares? Just like the video that you talked to the lady at the grocery store. If she don't like it, well, you're not going to lose any sleep over it. It doesn't really matter if she does or if she doesn't. You just told her about it because you was excited about it, and whatever she wants to do with that information is up to her. So same thing. And so there's a lot of different multi-level marketing companies out there, and I happen to think CBD is probably the best product there is. It's a miracle plant, and has a lot of benefits. In fact, we don't even know how many benefits there are. We're discovering new ones every day, but there are people who would say it's life-saving. And so if you do a Google search on the benefits of CBD oil, your response will be in the millions. So it's scientific. It's no hocus pocus. There's nothing magic about it. So anyway, it just is. God created a plant for mankind to use, and in fact, He expected man to use it. And why we know this is because the human body has CBD receptors, and there is no other purpose than to find CBD in order to enhance the brain and the immune system and other parts of the body. I mean, it's just that simple. So the CBD receptors are there. If they never get any CBD, then of course the body never benefits. But they are there, and that is their only purpose. So God does expect people to use CBD, period. So anyhow, you just, you can look in your back office and you can look in the leaderboard, and you're going to see people that, some people are, doing $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month. But the marketing program is designed in the beginning, you can just, start off with a couple $100s a month. And that's just on your fast start bonuses, and that's without even any other bonuses, from your binary or, from your overrides on your downlines or anything like that. Just your fast start bonuses, you can make a couple $100s a month. And so that kind of keeps you going, while you're getting started, and because, it covers the price of your products, and you're building a business, and, then you have a blog so that you can send your friends to, your friends on Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn or wherever they are. And, and then pretty soon, you get a lot of traffic there, and then pretty soon you start getting traffic from your blog. And that's something for a later video, but, it takes 2 or 3 years sometimes for a blog to really get cooking, but then you get a lot of traffic, and that's organic traffic, and that's traffic that didn't cost you any money. There's people, you can buy leads, you can run ads, they all work, and but they cost money. And the thing about multi-level marketing is you can invest time or you can invest money, and you can actually do it on a shoestring budget. You don't have to spend any money, you don't have to buy any ads or anything, if you just talk to people. So how many people do you need the business to grow? Well, if you just talk to 2, and surely you know 2 people, and surely they know 2 people, and surely they know 2 people, and like that, you can pencil that out. You can get 1 million people pretty quick. So and then of course you've only got 2 of them, and but you generally want it to grow a lot faster, because you don't want to wait a month for somebody in your downline to get their 2 people, so you probably just keep getting people. I have people that come to my landing page every day, and so that's just, I've got a sales funnel going, and they just come into the landing page every day, and a certain percentage of them sign up right away, and another certain percentage get convinced to sign up by the emails they get from the autoresponder, and and then on the rest of them, I've got their contact information. I can contact them. So like that. And so if you like the product, then you'd ought to be using it anyway. Well, you ought to be using it anyway, whether you like it or not. But anyhow, so your body will thank you for it. So I think that My Daily Choice has the best products available, and so that's why I joined, and I'm glad I did. My organization is growing every day, and I've got people in my downline that I have no idea who they are. I've never met them, and so that's how multi-level marketing works. And there's nothing scammy about it. Nobody ever loses any money. Anybody says you lose money in multi-level marketing is just a liar. It's not even possible. So, the only way you buy a product is if you want it for your own self, doesn't, so. Anyway, if you like this video, like it. Subscribe to my channel if you want to. I've got some other videos. I'm going to make some more videos. I've even got videos about other things. Check it out. I'll put a link to my blog on the bottom of this. And have a good day.